So, last session, the party, dwelling within the city of Kalos, explored many of its reaches, shopping, establishing themselves in the Colosseum and the racetrack for the chariot races. They paid some small dues, learned the rules, and put their names in to potentially become victorious within the Colosseum later down the line. From there, they went shopping and exploring and ended up finding a small, tall magic shop known as the Invincible Valkyrie, run by a fairly tall female Goliath with long, dark hair. Long, bright white hair, carrying a large glaive. It seems this individual runs a tattoo parlor and offered to potentially give some of you magical tattoos. That's where we begin the session tonight. She takes out what looks to be a large book and kind of spins it around for all of you to see some of the different tattoos that she does offer. Some prices have already been talked about. Like I believe the Illuminator's tattoo was told to be 500 gold, and was the Life Wild tattoo 10,000. But some other tattoos have yet to be fully priced out, as she is willing to discuss more about these tattoos.
How much for this one, the life well?
Life would run you about 10,000 gold.
Damn.
It's a very useful tattoo.
Yeah. The most useful things usually are the most expensive.
Most certainly.
Yeah, I don't really have. Yeah, a little out of my price range. Maybe next time.
If you have anything to trade, I could discuss that.
Uh, Let me look, see what I got. Hmm. I'll pull out the elemental gem of earth. How about this?
Interesting. It elemental gem of earth, correct?
Yeah. I think that one's like a topaz, I think, or something.
Um, Yellow diamond, I believe it should be.
Yellow diamond. Similar color. I was close.
It is an interesting item. I don't think it would fetch you very much. I can probably pot 800 gold off the total price.
Mm. Yeah, then I don't really have much. Then it's all right.
I do have other items if you wish to still do a trade. I do have many different varying potions.
I say I'm pretty good on potions right now. It's okay. Maybe next time I'm in Kalos.
Anyone else?
How much is the Eldritch Claw tattoo?
Eldritch Claw tattoo. What is the rarity of that one?
It's uncommon.
Wait, the Illuminators?
No, the Eldritch Claw.
Okay.
Uncommon.
Yep,
Interesting.
uncommon.
Second. That one would run you about 3,000 gold.
Oh, 3,000.
Yes.
Well, unfortunately, that's a bit out of my price range for now.
I can help you get that one.
Yeah, it sounds
so could
very
I.
good.
How much do you need?
I think all my money I have on me right now, I have about 2,000 or close to it.
Because I have 2 items that can get you easily, like... I have whatever 500 plus 900 GP worth of items is.
14.
Plus, Gamesh has the group change, which is...
I have the group change.
Yeah, I remember we traded.
Oh, right. That's where all this gold is. Okay, never mind.
You have
I
like
thought-
4,000 GP worth of group change.
Yeah. Then I have. Never mind. That's what it was. It's not on my babies.
Balor, yeah, Balor has Mabehis, doesn't he?
Somebody has a babies. I don't know. I have her platinum. That's what I have. I know I have her
Yeah, I
platinum.
have some gold in that gold. Yeah, I have some of her stuff. I have a burger pack and like 333 gold.
I mean, I'll pull out like 100 platinum. Like, I mean, here.
I only need really 600. Then that should be enough for it.
We need 600 gold or 600 platinum.
600 gold.
Oh, then I'll hand him the 60 platinum pieces.
Well, thank you.
Okay.
Yeah, no problem.
So you're getting the Eldritch Claw tattoo?
Yep.
Okay. She asks for the money up front.
Yep, I'll hand her the 3,000.
Please have a seat at the chair over there. And please take off some of your armor, if you would not mind.
Yep, I'll spend the next 10 minutes taking off all this heavy armor.
Yeah, she goes into the back. It only takes about a minute to come out. You see she has a almost like locked chest that she kind of sets off on like a side table on her side of the counter. And you can see all of this is done in clear space of this shining mirror on the wall that seems to have like this slight reflection of other people within the reflection that are definitely not you. It is kind of weird, and as you sit down on the chair, after taking off all your armor, she walks over to you, twists like a mechanism on the chair, and you see she just spins the whole chair around, and you are facing the mirror at this point.
Fancy.
Um,
Okay, let me do that.
okay. and she will proceed to ask you where exactly you would like the tattoo placed.
I think I'll have it on my right forearm.
Okay. She takes the needle and places it above the skin, and you see this strange, almost like ethereal ink just begins to fill the spot as she kind of moves along. Go ahead and make a con saving throw for me, please. Okay. It hurts, but not as bad as you would expect from a tattoo, and you're able to, essentially wait it out and get the tattoo. And you spend the next hour having this needle just magically ink this beautiful, intricate tattoo of what depicts a jagged claw on your forearm. An hour goes by, and eventually she seems to get the last little bit of the tattoo, this last little section of claw, and as she does so, the needle itself just seems to turn into ink and goes into that last little section. And suddenly it all seems to like flash for a moment, and you see a full jet black with like slight reddish tinted jagged claw is now on your forearm.
Ooh, very nice.
A very good one. And it's sizable. It takes up a lot of your forearm at this point. And she kind of smiles. Very good. I hope you enjoy it. It is. The needle itself is attuned to you. It is a special needle. You can essentially lose the tattoo if you choose to. If you do so, I would please ask for you to bring the needle back to me if you would like it done again, or if you no longer wish to have the tattoo. But I hope,
I'll keep that in mind.
I hope you enjoy it, and I hope it brings you good comfort. And thank you for visiting. As she kind of takes a few steps back over towards the locked chest. See, she moves some stuff around within and kind of looks back at all of you. Anyone else up for a tattoo?
Can I get the Illuminators tattoo?
Illuminators tattoo, of course. 500 gold.
Yeah, I'll hand that over.
Okay.
That's
You
cool.
do have to attune to it, by the way.
I know, I have an attunement spot free with the
Okay.
necklace, because I was attuned to the necklace and the Dreamcatcher when you told me that the Dreamcatcher would just take over the necklace's duties, so like...
Yeah.
That's why I'm getting a tattoo.
Yep.
Otherwise I wouldn't.
Sounds good. Okay.
Well, I might not get it anyways. I don't have a good constitution.
So, where do you want the tattoo placed?
How big is it?
It would probably be, it's somewhat sizable. It's about maybe,
I think the sizes were on
yeah, they're on the thing.
let me see.
It's about like a foot, or like the size of a hand or a foot.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, I think the Luminous was a smaller one.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, hand or a foot
Yep.
for a common.
Okay, and it doesn't have to be on any specific part of my body, it can just be wherever.
Yeah, it can be wherever.
Then can I get it like the shoulder blade area so that way it's easily hidden?
Oh yeah. So you, the chair is malleable, and she kind of pushes it back, the head down, so you can lay down, and exposing the shoulder blade. She takes a different needle, and begins to spend the next hour or so pressing it into your skin and drawing this beautiful image. So this image typically is of calligraphy, images of writing implements and the like. Would there be any specific thing you would want? So any phrase, any specific writing instrument or anything like that? Like, there's some leeway with this tattoo.
I don't know. I didn't think about it. I guess just like a quill.
A quill?
If that's alright.
Any words with the quill?
I can't think of a quote. I'm not good with words.
You can think of it later if you so choose.
Okay, I probably won't. I'm bad with decisions.
You could like have Pop It or something.
I could have Pop It.
A quill with the word secrets underneath it.
Or you could just do like a quill drawing Pop It.
Yeah, let's do that, I guess.
That's good. That's good. That's a good one. That's a really good one.
Since Pop It is like a spell, it kind of works. So, I need you to make a con saving throw.
I know. Do
as
I get +3? Is Belric close to me?
I would assume so. Yeah. The shop is really not that big, and pretty much. Yeah.
Oh, thank God.
Ooh.
It hurts.
I rolled a 19.
But not as much as like a normal tattoo would. It is magical, and with that, it doesn't hurt as bad, and you're able to resist. Yeah, you're able to withstand the pain, and these special needle just begins to ink into your shoulder blade, creating this about a foot long. Large quill with these very intricate details all along the edges of the quill, down into a small piece of paper that is tattooed on, and with a not fully finished but colored, nice drawing of Poppet in their full bird form.
This is my preferred form for them.
Yeah, so it's mostly like the front of Poppet's face, you know, like the beak, the head, like the slight wings, but then as it goes towards the back, it kind of fades as it makes it seem as it's not fully done, and as if the quill is currently in the midst of doing this drawing. But an hour passes, and eventually the very needle itself turns into ink and fills out the rest of the image, as the beautiful dark quill is fully crafted. This like black on like grayish color to the actual feathered quill, and then you have a beautiful, nice Poppet.
Nice. I can use this tattoo.
Yes. Very much so.
I do a lot of writing as it happens.
Yeah. Who would have thunk it? A wizard.
Yeah, right? I also keep a diary that I need to update.
Okay. I think since he wanted a tattoo.
Yeah. Senti, which tattoo do you want? See, you mentioned Shadowfell. Oh, you don't have an attunement slot?
Oh yeah, she does have a few magic items. She has the cloak. She has
the belt.
The belt. What else do you have? Cause you have 3 slots. Oh, Luckstone.
Yeah.
Right. No, honestly, that's a pretty good setup that she has. I'm not even gonna lie.
Yeah, honestly.
Oh dang. Well, never mind then.
Yeah. Any of you all wanting to ask any other tattoos or anything?
No, I'm pretty good on it.
Faraday?
I'm too poor for this.
Do you ask the prices just so you know?
No.
No.
Seeing how expensive Belric and Ganesha's would have been. No.
Okay.
I don't have most of my money on me right now. And I also wouldn't want to spend all of it on a tattoo. Especially since Faradir isn't really all that keen on tattoos anyway. She's kind of like already covered in them, you know?
Yeah.
That is also very true.
New ones aren't bad, though.
Eh.
I will say the Blood Fury one would be pretty large.
Oh yeah, that's
Just have her trace over the natural ones on Faradir's skin.
Hey, that would be smart though.
Just in the same shade of blue.
It could be.
Well, does I think that's everybody.
Yeah. Well, if no one else wants a tattoo, she closes back the chest, locks it, kind of picks it up, takes it back into the back room for a moment, and then comes back out. Thank you all for visiting and partaking in some tattoos. If you ever need any others, feel free to come by. If you ever even just want a mundane tattoo, I offer those as well.
We'll keep it in mind.
It's been a pleasure.
Give her a nod.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She was nice.
You all walk out of the shop. Some of you spouting some very new, very interesting pieces. And you make your way. So, what next?
I mean, to stay honest, I have absolutely no idea.
Like, we don't really have much to do.
When does the festival start?
The festival starts in a couple days. And that would be the beginning of the festival, which the festival lasts a whole week. So, you have a bit of time.
Realistically, guys, I mean, we could go back to the manor. We have a way to get back to the city in
a minute.
Yeah, so. Unless anyone has anything else they want to do around here.
Yeah, I'd be fine going back to the manor.
We could put, no, never mind.
Sure.
Yeah.
Alright, I guess we can head back then.
Let's go back to our hotel so I can cast a teleportation circle.
Alrighty.
Okay. You make your way back to the hotel. Heading off into a singular room, you spend the next minute casting teleportation circle. As you do so, the familiar light...
Before we leave, I'll tell the tavern owner that we are leaving. We'll be gone by the end of the day, just so he knows.
Sounds good. Sounds very good.
Comes up to your rooms, we just left them trashed. As if
Right.
Like, hurt. That's our method of dine and dashing. We just pretend like we got mugged in our sleep.
Love that. But yeah, you activate the teleportation circle, the runes light up, and you all, one by one, step foot and find yourselves back in the cramped small hall where your teleportation circle in the house is located.
Oh, we have got to open up this room.
That's an option.
It is very crowded when we come here.
Yeah, and it's almost like this is a secret room.
Yeah. All right. Okay. Let's make our way out of here.
Seer needs to create a spell called TARDIS. Cast it on that room.
Use the map.
You need to get smaller.
That's not an option.
Yeah, neither is TARDIS.
You sure?
You can
Have you
create
tried
a
to make it?
spell. Yeah, have you tried making the spell? Has Graham told you no?
Graham, tell me no, please.
I mean, you haven't even tried yet.
Okay.
Well, I guess the Siri has homework now, doesn't she?
Fine, I'll look into it, I guess. I don't have more important things to do.
Yeah, the barrel we found was a TARDIS. That'd be funny. All right, out the room.
We should check on the mushroom people and the fairies.
It's almost like as reacting to you saying that, you hear footsteps down the hall, heavy footfalls as you hear a bunch of pop 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 pop, as a small grouping of mushroom men start running down the hall. They stop not too far away from you all, immediately looking towards the first person they can see, and just start waving.
Yep, and I'll wave back.
Ugh. How long have we been gone? Cause we flew to the port town, but we had to sail.
Yeah. Been gone a couple weeks.
Couple weeks. Okay.
I mean, you did come home technically after killing the dragon.
Yeah, we did do that.
But then you went on the other quest, and from there you've been gone probably a week. So you haven't been home for a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, the mushroom men, upon waving towards Belric, immediately start running past Belric, and then go and look at the rest of the group as they're exiting out of the doorway, and then just start waving again.
I'll wave at them.
I'll give him a nice little hand up.
Didn't one person not drink from the pool?
Gamesh.
Yeah.
Yeah, they don't wave towards Gamesh.
Yeah, he shrugs and just walks off. His feelings ain't hurt.
They should be.
Wrong guy. I've had characters in the past that would have cared. Gamesh is one of them.
Yeah, and as these few mushroom men are kind of waving, you hear one of them goes, "Drown!
What?
Drown!
Brown.
Drown!"
I think he's saying drown. Never mind, I can't understand them.
No, he's speaking common.
Oh! I think he's saying drown.
Is that
Do we have a lake? Do we have a pond?
We have a pool.
Yeah.
Maybe we should go check the pool?
Yeah! Is this a threat? Is this a warning? Is this a report?
Mushrooms drowned in the pool?
run outside. Is anyone in the pool?
I'm quickly following.
You quickly
Yeah.
begin running outside, and you immediately hear loud splashing and a commotion. As you note, a massive pool party is being held. As you see, many of the mushroom men are currently just swimming, having a great day.
Gotta
Okay.
expand the
Okay.
vocabulary.
Can I? Does it look like anyone's drowning?
Make a perception check.
I would
Perception
also
check?
like to check for
Yeah,
drowning.
make perception checks.
Okay.
Both of those are enough to note that immediately none are like actively drowning per se, but there does seem to be two which are just currently sat at the very bottom of the pool, just sitting there.
Little guys. They don't know what they're doing.
Because what side was? Are they on the deep end or the shallow end?
Oh, they're in the middle of the pool. They're in the
Oh.
Like, do they look like they're just vibing there, or like they can't get up?
looks like currently they're just sitting there. They're both like, I gotta say with the 22, Seer probably doesn't notice this, but with the 22, they're clearly playing some sort of hand game at the bottom of the pool.
Oh, I love them.
Do they need to breathe?
I wouldn't assume so. They're mushrooms.
Yeah, you don't
So
know.
then they're fine. So they.
You don't know.
I don't
Drowning.
know the ins and out of mushroom anatomy, but I'm pretty sure.
Well,
I mean, I guess if you drown any plant in water long enough, it'll die. But they've probably got, a hot minute before they'll be too flooded
They
with
do.
water.
If they do, it was their choice.
Yeah, they chose this.
You do note, after about a minute or so, they finally swim up to the surface. They're not very fast, though.
black buoyancy.
Do like the other mushrooms, like, do they look like they know how to swim, or are they just kind of flailing around and staying afloat?
Most of them are like, they're pretty much flailing. Every so often, you do see like a mushroom man like struggling a little bit too much, and you're like about to go intercept them, and like flying out of like nowhere, you see a couple fairies like fly down and like start lifeguarding him, keeping them up.
Okay, the fairies are good.
The fairies are clearly babysitting.
Yeah, I was gonna say they're babysitting for us.
And I also say,
Mushrooms, they have brain cells, just not dedicated to this.
yeah, I would also say that with your perception check, you would be able to notice that one of the trees within the yard, specifically this one, you do note has like a lot of flowers and strange vines hanging off of, and like tiny little homes built into it.
Aw,
You see many of the fairies are just currently sitting on branches, just like watching over them.
The mushrooms' brain cells are all for capitalism.
Yes. What a mood.
You do see one of the mushroom men kind of goes off to the edge, climbs over, and walks over. And you can clearly note that this is one of the mushroom men who actually speaks common. This is not the hetman, but the shaman, who works underneath the leader of the mushroom men. But you see him go, "Hello. We've learned to drown."
Oh, I'm sorry. What do you think drowning is?
Drowning is when you're wet all over.
That's
You
right.
know, they're not wrong.
Did
good.
someone tell you this, or?
No, this is just my knowledge.
Okay. What do you think swimming is?
I don't know what that is.
Swimming is when you move inside of water
Ah.
without dying.
So we are drowning and swimming.
Yeah, that's actually pretty impressive.
They're so talented.
You hear a few pops from his right side, and you look at the mushroom men who initially said drowning, or drown, and you see both of them kind of gear up towards the edge, take a few steps back, and then leap into the pool, splashing all over.
Glad you learned how to drown.
God. Watch, our group is gonna go out somewhere and we're gonna start swimming and we're gonna be like, yeah, we're gonna go drown, and people are gonna be like, what? Do you mean? Senji just goes and sits at the bottom of the water.
Chad just hangs out on the edge of the pool. Yeah, Senti is the only one who cannot drown.
I mean, well, Cinti can sit in the bottom of the pool. Like, it's not gonna affect her in any way, shape, or form.
Oh yeah.
I mean, it might rust after a while.
Yeah, it was a little rest.
They're probably already covered in water rust.
Oh yeah. And
I imagine if plants are growing, rust would also be.
Prevalent. But how old? How old? I know. We don't know just yet.
You have to count the layers of rust, and each layer is a year.
Oh man.
It's like a tree.
You gotta peel back all the metal. It should be like 98% rust.
Senti is a walking tetanus hazard.
Oh man. Okay. All right. Now, what are we going to do for these next couple of days?
How long do we have till the
About 2
meeting
days.
thing? 2 days?
Oh, whoa. The festival or the party?
The party.
That's about a month, I think.
yeah, by the end of the festival, it'll be a month away.
So we still got some time.
Oh yeah, definitely. But you have a few days to spend within the manor itself. The Mushroom Man will ask for one thing. They specifically request a drowning board.
They They said a drowning board.
Yeah, they want a drowning board.
Oh, that's funny. It's a shame Gamesh isn't the type of character to care. It's a shame. That's so funny. All right, guys? Who's giving them their drowning board?
Anyone near here have carpentry skills?
They're small creatures.
Yeah. Well, actually, they're not they're basically the size of dwarves essentially. They're shorter, Yeah, but they're not small.
Oh, they're still medium sized.
Yeah, they're medium-sized creatures, which is kind of weird.
Yeah, no, not with Druidcraft. Druidcraft ain't that big. Um,
Could I commission the builders that were building the house?
Probably.
How much would it cost?
I'd say 8 gold.
Okay, yeah, I'll commission the builders to do it.
Yeah, they're still on site working on certain sections of the building. At this point, pretty much almost the entirety of the ceiling, like the roofing, is done, as it has already been paid for. So the house is, secured from the elements, mostly thus far.
nice.
Yeah.
Okay. Ooh, where did we put the chariot?
In the stables.
Okay, so wait, where are the stables?
The stables is out front of the main entrance over here.
Okay. Cool. Alright, cool. Alright, what is it that I would like to do for 2 days? I guess plane shift. Just go somewhere for a day.
Day trip.
You learn about where all of your things go.
I mean, I know where all of them go except for one of them.
Yeah.
I should go to that one just to see. Alright, guys, I'll be back in 24 hours.
Sure they won't die.
Pandemonium, here I come.
Pandemonium, here I come.
You go to the 9 hells.
If I had to guess based off the color, I'm pretty sure it'd take me to the abyss. If I had to guess based off this color, it's either the abyss or the Shadowfell, one or the other.
It was close then.
One of the two is what I'm guessing. Okay. Do I know where what's his name? Man, so many freaking characters. Vitalius.
Personally, you don't. He said he would, try and spread Graylin's word.
Okay, cool.
If you have a way
That's
to contact him, you could.
Oh yeah, it's not that important. He can continue doing his duties.
Yeah, making sure people remember who Graylin is.
Yep. Before the old guy kicks the bucket. Okay. What do I want to do right now?
Decorate your rooms.
I could do that. Okay. Try growing working with what they have. So we're going home for Chad. Oh.
Ooh. Oh, definitely. Now, if you here, I'll do this. So I just made a new note sheet in Roll 20 called Bedroom Decorations. So if you want to, you can, have a small repository where you can write down, what's in your room, stuff like that. So I can do small changes to the map and eventually make it, on the map look like how you want your rooms to look. Because I did some changes to some of the maps.
I noticed. The pool, for instance.
Yeah. It was one of the things I wanted to do, and I finally figured out how I go about it.
Nice.
I might be wrong, but it looks like everything is like cleaner, like the floors and stuff.
I did some editing.
Oh, I was
And
like, I
then the
might be imagining
fairy
it. Like
tree.
it may have always looked like this, but it looks like the floor is just like it's been mopped.
Look at the floor's been mopped.
I mean, the fairies are basically the housekeepers at this point. Or like the gardeners, and they help around. So do the mushroom men.
How was her crop doing?
At this point, actually, I believe a harvest is due.
It's the what?
The harvest is due.
Yeah.
Oh, nice! Are the fairies gonna take care of that, or like, do we need to...
Yeah, the fairies would take care of it. They just don't have an ability to sell it, in all reality.
Well, we can take care of that.
Yeah.
We could honestly have like regular shipments this come. That way we don't have to be here to do the transactions, so we don't have to wait for stuff to spoil.
Yeah.
Don't we have a sheet that mentions the,
I think 7 was a bathroom, actually.
Oh. That's a map error. Hold on, let me fix that. Yeah, 7's not cut in half, it's just the underneath map is, no, back to back.
Ah, there it is.
I'll just shift it over that way,
Bada boom.
and
You gotta move the numbers around.
yeah, and remove the
It was
reveal.
in the dark. There you go.
Yeah. Ooh, that's. Undo that.
Hmm. Was that a dog or a baby?
It was a dog.
Okay. I really couldn't tell.
Everyone thinks he's human.
Because it sounded like a baby's like whine. I was like, I'm
He's
not.
a wonderful little man. I love him.
He's my profile picture.
Oh. I think I know what I might do actually.
He's a wonderful creature.
I guess I'm gonna see about looking into some TARDIS spells.
I did. Yeah, specifically, that's exactly what Fair did references. She said a TARDIS spell, to be very specific. Nothing else. A TARDIS spell. And you're supposed to know exactly what that means.
And also setting up finding a regular buyer for our harvest.
Yeah. So for finding a regular buyer for the harvest, would actually be a fairly easy task.
Good, because I need all the time I can on the TARDIS spell.
Is this one it? No, that's the old one. I'll delete that.
Let me see something here.
Okay, let's just do this.
Zoom again, it's a little too far out.
It's this.
Okay, so
like how I'm actively changing the map as you like are mapping it.
Oh, it's fine. I just need a general idea.
That works out. And then 35, which is missing. But yeah, so if you want to find a potential buyer for a lot of the farmed materials, go ahead and roll me a persuasion check.
Okay.
Trying to get people to buy your.
27.
Yeah. So Seer goes off.
Really good at this.
Towards the city of Rankton, and throwing around Coulterstone Hold, and how Seer is soon going to be meeting with the king, is able to find some really good buyers who are very willing to supply the mechanisms to get the food where it should go. While some of it will be held at Coulterstone Hold, especially like the grains and stuff like that, most of it is going to be sold on the mass market.
Nice.
So Coulterstone Farm is currently having pumpkins, potatoes, blackberries, corn, hops, and wheat. So probably the hops and wheat, and probably some corn is being stored. The rest of it, which is most likely being shipped.
And then we have a brewery in the basement.
We do have a brewer in the basement. Don't get the Gamesh started.
Gonna have to.
Gamesh, we have hops and a brewery.
Yeah.
I'm in.
And this is our magical harvest, right?
Oh yeah.
Sweet.
We have double the yield.
Oh yeah. Now I have to figure out how much you can sell the items for.
Don't you love when your characters really try to do capitalism?
I love
Can
capitalism.
succeed.
And you are definitely succeeding, honestly. So it's double the harvest. Now it's just to figure out how many pounds of this material you're getting.
Okay.
So we'll do some rolls for the fairies. If anyone wants to guide some fairies, do it now. Or bless some fairies. Or...
Can I give them bardic inspiration?
Yeah, you want to inspire the fairies as they inspire and guide the fairies as they go to harvest your materials.
Yeah, I am their savior, so I feel like I owe it to them. Oh, and is Cinti guidancing?
Yeah.
Bardic inspiration and guidance? Can those stack?
Yeah.
Yeah, they do. DC's already pretty low because of the double yield.
And leave the house, come back an hour later with, like, farming equipment.
So, Bardic Inspiration and Guidance. Let's roll. Okay. What's your inspiration die?
D6.
D6. Okay. And then it's a D4 for guidance. Okay. It's not the best. Okay. That's I rolled an 11, and then I rolled a 1 and a 5. So then I added their bonus. So it actually is successful. The harvest is also barely even better than it normally would be. So
Nice.
let's, roll the same thing anyways. Okay. Sweet. That's a lot of pounds of meat. Oh, potatoes. It's a lot of potatoes. Okay, I have to do potato math.
The Grimalian Kingdom will never know what a famine is with us around.
Truly. Okay. Find out how much trade goods cost in D&D. Oh, what?
What?
This is kind of confusing to me.
Two times. Huh.
Trade goods.
How many times can I cast?
There we go. 20 gold per pound of potatoes.
That's insane. How
That's
many pounds do we have?
Lot. A lot. Jesus. Okay. Okay. Um. I feel like some of these values are a little high. A pound of wheat costs a copper piece. 20 gold is. Food and drink. There we go. That's way better. A copper piece for each pound of potatoes.
Gold per pound.
pumpkins. Is pumpkins a fruit?
Pumpkins are a fruit. Fruit they are. They have seeds. Should I start making a wall around our manor?
That would be interesting.
That's a question for Steer. I don't know how it's gonna affect property values. I'm not hearing it now.
That is definitely not a no.
Definitely not a no.
Man, this farm idea was insane.
Oh, you didn't hear what I said, did you?
No, I didn't. What happened?
I figured as much.
Sorry.
Should I put a wall around the manor?
Oh. Why not?
I mean, it won't be complete. I can at least start putting it up, though.
Yeah.
Okay.
What's it for?
Just a defensive wall. Just a defensive wall.
If we stay here for a year, I can give us a tower.
Hey.
Right. But yeah, nah, I was just thinking about it because I can use wall of stone and just start getting the walls put up.
Yeah, I mean, why not?
Make them about 2 foot thick, 2 foot thick at each segment. Okay. Well, of course, for 2 days, I can do that. I can cast the spell 22 times. By using up all my sorcerer points, all my spell slots.
Damn. Is it mapped on the map itself?
No, I need to kind of have to zoom out to really do it just right.
Okay.
Because plus I'm gonna have to put segments for openings, so people can actually still come in and out. I don't want to just put up a wall. We can't get out or in.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
I'd have to see. I might have to shrink the map.
Yeah. I mean, I'm zoomed up pretty far. I should be able to handle it. I need to get.
Or expand the map.
All right. So. I guess I'll start. A 10-foot opening should be good for the front, right? In case we need, like, because they're going to need to get carts and stuff in. So would be like, let's put it in the corner. Yeah, I can only do like 10 foot at a time anyway. That's Sacrifice. I should be able to zoom in and do this.
Let me do that.
See,
a little bit more
it won't.
space.
It probably wouldn't be like exactly like at the perimeter of the house. It'd probably be a little bit wider. So it'd probably be kind of just on the outline of the map, really.
I forget that there's technically a village that I also own.
Yeah, hence why I want to have an opening. So
Yeah. I mean, mostly the village is just for farming right now. So, I mean, not farming.
Well, yeah.
Mining.
Mining, but like I still own it. It's crazy to me that I own a village.
yeah.
Oh yeah,
Okay.
it's pretty cool.
Okay. Hold up. 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 Hold up.
Hold up.
Delete.
Here, I'll do this, and then
Hold shift to center the grid.
here. Hold up a little bit. I kind of wanted to do this anyways to make the map, you know, to make the
Wait.
floors kind of even. I guess. If I could select that little bit, because I think the scale is a little wonky.
Oh, okay.
Between the two floors. Should be more like this, I think. Yeah. And then this has to do that first, and then just do select all. Just kind of move this whole thing down there, and then just have these dimensions. gives you a little bit more room to work with, I feel.
Okay. Alrighty. That it does. That it does. Cool. So I can do it 11 times. 11 times. It's going to take me about 2 hours. Alrighty. Oh, excuse me.
So, something like that. And then this. Lots of weird behind the scenes math also going on. And then for each pound of wheat, is that. It's a copper piece.
All right. Let me see something about the spell.
Okay. So, over the course of the next 2 days, many of you begin putting up stone walls, taking well-deserved small break to spend time swimming with many of your smaller folk out in the manor.
What about the can I look into the TARDIS spell after finding the buyers? Or is that
Sure,
not something
but
I have to
let
do?
me tell you how much money the buyers are willing to pay for all of the items. For all of the potatoes, they're paying 440 silver pieces.
440 silver pieces.
Yep. For the pumpkins, it's 16 gold. Blackberries is 81 gold. Corn is 96 gold. The hops, not selling all of it, nets you 37 gold. And then the wheat, not selling all of it, is only netting you about 330 silver.
Okay, so corn is 81 gold.
Corn is 96 gold.
Corn is what's 81 gold?
The berries.
Okay. Berries is 81, corn is 96, hops is 37, wheat is 330. Alright.
Yeah.
Are we talking about Stardew Valley now?
Yep.
Pretty much. Pretty much.
And Cinti, would you be willing to do another double harvest for us?
Or Belric. I think Belric could do it. One of them.
Yeah, I think Belric was the
Yeah.
first one who did it.
Yeah, I did it the last time, I think.
It's whoever wants to, I suppose. Do we pay the fairies, or do they just work for free? Like, what do they what do they want?
They work for free. There's no maintenance. You know, this is all profit.
Okay.
Hey, Graham, can you
Yeah.
take out this last little black rectangle in the top left corner for me?
Oh, top left? Oh, yeah. If you need me, I can expand the map further that way, too.
4, 5, 6. 7, 8, 9. It should be fine. 10.
Let me do this as well.
Actually, take out that one. Oh no. That's what you get, right?
Right, too big.
Yeah, okay, so you get here.
Seer. So after the harvest is completed, you wanted to look into potentially a TARDIS spell.
Yeah, I guess because they were talking about how cramped secret room is. I want to see if there's a way I can like enlarge that without extra construction.
Okay.
I am here for y'all's comfort.
I think Cynthia would be able to do it though, wouldn't she? She has stone shape. It'd take a while, I think.
Yeah, but that would still mess with the way the house is structured. I just want to look into it. I want to see if there's any magical solutions.
Make the room bigger on the inside. I understand.
Yeah, I wanna mess with temporal space.
Yeah, simple spatial magic. Nothing special. You know, this is run of the mill amateur stuff.
Just like a cursory glance. The tower isn't bigger on the inside, it's just a structure.
Actually, what I can do is
Nothing will probably come of this look into space
Roll
time.
an Arcana check.
Arcana?
Yeah.
Okay, hang on.
You have high Arcana, I believe.
I have advantage on these.
11, 12.
26.
26.
13.
What's the highest level spell you can cast?
7th, I want to say.
Imagine having a lower Arcana bonus than I do.
Yeah, it's almost
Talking
like you have
smack.
expertise in Arcana.
No, that doesn't sound right.
Talking smack. Fair dear's like I should be
A
losing.
bonus I have no justification for whatsoever.
Hey, Faradir,
Fair
how good
Deer
are
knows
you at
Jack shit
investigation?
about magic. You know,
Faradir,
that's not
imagine-
important.
Imagine being able to roll lower than an 18 on a persuasion check.
Yeah, you know what? That's
Siri, no!
Siri says Siri says she has the best investigation checks. Don't play with Siri.
imagine having Siri voice activated. I could never.
She just comes on sometimes randomly.
Turn
I
that
didn't
shit
even
off.
touch my phone.
Yeah, Fairy Tree knows literally nothing about magic. I don't know why I gave her expertise in Arcana. She
'Cause she
knows
knows
no
runes.
spells.
She knows runes.
She knows giant runes, and that is it.
Hey, well, know what? She knows what she knows.
Yeah, she really knows giant runes.
Expertise in investigation and performance.
Yeah, so yeah, you do have 7th level. You don't have a 7th level spells. You have 7th level spell slots. That's right.
I have 7th level
Oh.
spell slots.
I'm gonna be
Is the
gone for
highest.
like 10 seconds.
Technically, I can cast a 7th level spell. I just don't know any 7th level spells.
Okay.
I can cast a spell at 7th level. I just can't. I just don't know any.
We should find some exotic vegetation while we're in Kalos.
Crops.
Yeah, I mean, because the more exotic, the
Yeah.
higher they sell for. We gotta start drawing some dragon fruit.
I'll write it down. I feel like a weird estate keeper right now.
You are. I mean, this is essentially what you're doing.
Who knew this is what I would do with my paranoid wizard character? Run an estate.
Ah, come on. What else is there to really do?
Not die.
I'll give you that. I'll give you that.
Which
Or,
is
like-
harder, running an estate or not dying?
So far in running an estate, I'm starting to pay off renovations. I've had to create a farm. We're probably going to set up a brewery. We've had to add a pool. We're adding a wall. I'm searching into temporal magic,
But you also haven't died.
which is easier than running an estate.
Yeah.
I didn't die and I was homeless. So, honestly,
Aren't we all?
how hard could it be? I was homeless for like 5 years.
Mood.
Just running around. Sierra was just running around the Grimolian Kingdom for 5 years.
With a 26, you begin thinking about, strange magics that would allow something akin to a room that is larger than what it truly is. That would be most likely spells like Demiplane. Spells like Mordenkainen's Magnificent Mansion. Spells that currently I don't think you have access to.
Yep.
I will soon enough.
You do know that you technically have the ability to cast spells like Magnificent Mansion. You just do not have the actual
Knowledge.
knowledge yet.
Now, in saying that, would she know this is something I would ask as a player at this point? Would based off Midas's tower, would it be similar magics that were used there, or that would be what she would be using?
Pretty much.
Okay. Because honestly, I don't really know how to make a room bigger on the inside than on the outside. Even as a player, I really don't know how to do that. So,
Yeah.
So,
Most of Midas's tower was essentially demi-planes, and in essence, it's magic very similar to that of the Magnificent Mansion, just a personalized version of it. That created a tower with rooms that defied reality. But, if you were able to get Magnificent Mansion as a spell, you'd think that there would be a way that you could essentially conjure a permanent, mansion in that small room. You could probably figure out a way to do it and mess with the magic and tinker with it in a way to do something like that.
just a 7th level spell.
yep.
You would have to find it, also.
I would either have to get it by leveling up or finding it out in the, or buying it or finding it out in the wild.
Wild spell slots, like Pokemon. Go find it in the wild.
I should also,
catch 'em
while
all.
I'm here, I should also how long would it take to learn anti-magic field?
It's a 5th level spell, I think.
Oh no, it's 8th. I can't learn it yet.
Oh my, yeah.
Damn.
What spell am I
8th
thinking?
level.
I'm thinking of Magic Circle.
Yeah, but you still have the scroll.
I have the scroll for the anti-magic field. Can I learn Tensor's Floating Disc? That's a 1st level spell.
Oh yeah, probably.
And it's conjuration, so...
Takes you half the time to learn it.
And half the money.
Half the money. Half the monies. Oh, you know what? This was just the first day. Let me finish this up then.
I think it's been a month since you all were back home. So over the course of the 2 days while you were all home, there is a knock on your door. Which of you wants to answer it?
Oh, listen.
No one else does.
Okay. Opening it up, you see the representative that you've talked to many times through the Thunderbird Mining Company, and they are here with a payment. You're given 825 gold.
Okay.
For this month.
Can I put all of the gold that we've gotten from, like, the crop and the mining in the bank?
Yeah. You can do that. The Red Bard Bank, probably? Or something similar? It was the, no, Bank of the Loud Coins. That's it.
Yes. Because fuck the other place.
Yeah. You can edit that and put some money in.
Where is it? Is it in our roll 20 or?
Yeah, it is in Roll 20. It's edit. It's Bank of the Loud Coins.
There we go.
Yep.
Man, I've only got this much of the wall done. This is as much as I can get done in 2 days.
It's a decent bit.
Oh, you don't get me wrong, it's progress.
Oh yeah. Very much so.
280 feet in total. It's probably gonna be a solid about 900 for it, about around 900-ish. 850 to 900.
Okay.
Okay.
If you would not mind, if you can mark the rest of it in another color.
Oh,
Um,
where I plan for it to be?
Yeah. Then I can. It doesn't even have to be like perfect. I can just like finish making the wall in Incarnate whenever I have a chance. Because I like editing this map. It's you guys' home. I like being able to customize it. I know it took a long time to add the pool, but I feel like it's a nice addition.
All right.
And I will be editing
Nice.
this map fairly regularly because it bothers me sometimes.
Okay. Now one thing I like to confirm with you
Mm-hmm.
is for Wall of Stone. It says you can crudely shape the wall to create uh, crenellations, battlements, and so on. Would you allow like doorways?
Yeah, I'd say so.
Okay, cool. Um, all right, cool. Then, all right,
I mean,
yeah.
yeah.
The only reason
I'd
why
say
I was
so.
asking was so that way I could still completely block off the rear,
Mm-hmm.
but leave a doorway that can lead to the crops. That's the main reason I was asking.
Oh yeah, sounds so good.
Cool beans, cool beans. All right, let me see. Where was I going to stop this at?
I think I want to go to the bank and probably take some money out.
Easy enough. How much you taking out?
I think I'll take out like 150 platinums and like 100 gold.
Easy enough. You can change that in the sheet yourself if you wanted to. Just so you know how much is in there, all that good stuff.
Okay.
Here's your money.
How much of my downtime would either of you to used up?
Probably a day. In all honesty.
Okay. I'm gonna spend the next day reading my net making manual.
Easy enough. You speed read, don't you?
Yeah, I read 3 times as fast.
Yeah, you finish. You become proficient in net making.
Nice. Also, how much does it cost to do the learn the first level spell? I forget.
Ooh.
I think it's
It should say
it's the spell
it's the spell level plus
in hours, isn't it? Or times 2 in hours or something like that. And then 50 gold per level, I think.
something.
100
I'm looking it
gold
up
per level.
now. Sorcerer. Okay, here's wizard.
Um, each time you add each of these spells.
For each level of the spell, the process takes 2 hours and costs 50 gold.
There it is.
So first level spell will take half the time, so an hour, and half the gold, 25.
Okay. I'm gonna learn Tensor Splitting Disc, because why not learn another spell I'll never use?
You
Don't know that.
You have so many options.
Exactly, that's why I'm learning it.
Options. It's all about options.
You know, yeah, exactly. I'm a wizard. I lose nothing by making my spell book nice and fat. Ooh, and I can write. Well, I can't write in my spellbook, but I can write in the journal with my finger now, so that's cool.
Yeah. A nice little trick.
I forgot how to add spells in D&D Beyond.
How tall is the wall?
20 feet.
20 feet? Okay. Not bad. Not bad at all. The manor still, hangs above most of it. But the first floor is now covered. No one can watch you from the outside while you're in their dining room meeting anymore. Eventually.
This. Here's one color.
Anyone else wish to do anything with the small few days of downtime? I'll take that as a no. Okay. So 2 days of downtime passes by. You all enjoy a couple days of enjoyment, reading, chilling out with the mushroom peoples, talking to fairies, or just generally, decorating and personifying your individual
Oh,
groups.
shit. I did not mean for that to happen. That's for sure.
Oh,
What?
I fucked up.
that was interesting.
I fixed it though.
Yeah. Nice. What room does Senti have?
I think it's 7.
I think it was 7. That's what she was asking.
17.
21. She had the master bedroom, of course.
Oh, 21.
Yeah, that room already has a lot of plants in it. Even more put down. I'll edit it and add I'll edit it.
All I remember
Faradir makes her room like a mix of her room from home and then from the Giants, where some stuff is just too big and some is too small. None of it is correctly sized for her, but she loves it anyway.
I love that. Write that in the note, the bedroom decorations, and I'll like exactly which pieces are too big. I'll make it.
Okay. Like, I just imagined that when she grew up, her bed was just like, they tried to make it big enough, but they didn't expect her to get so tall, so they just kind of kept makeshifting more onto the end of it.
Awesome.
So it didn't look good, but it was functional at least.
Oh yeah, of course. It's very functional, just not comfortable.
No, not in any way.
Does Faradir like write her parents and be like, "Hey, can you send me my old bed?"
God damn it, man.
Probably not. I don't think the mail service goes up there.
I
Also,
get
that would
it.
be incredibly difficult to ship.
I mean, you could always visit.
We could always visit. Let's
Well, I
take a field
can't.
trip to go meet Faradir's parents.
Take Senti along
Faradir's
with
family
you.
is the only one that is like shared with the rest. Everyone else has never invited the rest of the group to meet with their family.
My family doesn't want me right now, so I gotta be selective.
My
don't
characters
think-
are the only ones who have had good families.
Ganesh, I don't think your family would be proud of your friends.
They're not proud of me, so I don't.
Yeah.
I mean,
so
they-
that
Who
doesn't.
would they be more disappointed in, Gamesh or us?
Ganesh.
Gamesh.
I mean-
Gamesh for associating with us.
I mean,
Yeah.
Ganesh is very powerful now, so they might change their mind.
It's still more about an honor thing more than it is. Are your necessarily.
parents
Yeah,
all
but we can
Zuko?
prove that you didn't do it now.
I know. Gamesh has to just stop being a chump and do something about it. Uh,
Gilgamesh, stop being a little bitch.
We have proof. Like,
Just shame Gamesh until he goes and does it.
so he goes home. Go say hello to your fucking folks. I don't
pretty
wanna.
sure, pretty sure there's people here who can literally cast Zone of Truth. So we can prove you are telling the truth.
On that line.
You know,
Who would
sometimes, like
bully
right
Gamesh
now,
into talking to his
I,
family,
I
though?
have to stick my arm in my fish tank, and it's so funny watching my fish try to kill me. Because they don't know what's happening. They don't know that I am so much more powerful than they are, and that I am what feeds them. They just see a thing in the water, and they try to eat me. Horrid little creatures.
Okay, put it right there. Ah, that was kind of ugly, like the way that came out. Okay. All right. This is taking a lot longer than it should have for me. Okay, let's try this one more fucking time. Goes there. Goes there. Then it goes from there to there. And there to there. Okay. Boom. There we go. That was a lot harder than it should have been. This is gonna take me a while to do though. This is like about a whole nother week's worth of casting spells. And then shape.
After the festival, you'll probably have another month downtime. So
Yeah,
you can
I know. Just saying. Probably put this down here for the. It's probably where the door goes to the crops and stuff out back. Is this a wall to everyone's liking?
Perfect.
it's a nice wall.
Does anyone know fabricate?
No.
Senti, do you know fabricate? Because we can put a big ass door in between the walls. Fabricate. I know wizards can learn it.
You can buy the scroll
Do
potentially.
you want me to make a note?
It's wizards, I think sorcerers,
And the Forge
and
Domain
Forge
Cleric.
clerics.
Yeah.
Wizards, artificers, and force clerics.
Ah,
No, because we just need a wooden door now. I left the opening, but it'd be nice if we could close it.
Looks like
Senti can
Cyrnes.
grow plants, can't they?
Yeah, but we still need a way to make it like put on a hinge.
I think I have proficiency in smith's tools.
I
I
mean,
might
if
be able to
you,
make a hinge.
Anyone
you
have
also
proficiency in carpentry? Carpentry tools?
yeah, we still got to make the big ass door though. It's a 30-foot gap.
What if Senti is carpentry?
What? That is her entire being.
I feel like Senti is more plant than woodworker.
But they could grow.
I don't think I would have time to make a door, but could I buy like a manual for learning woodworking?
Yeah, can we just like go into a city and buy a door and bring it home?
I mean, yeah, that is 100%
Like when you go to a
possibility.
Menards and you just buy a whole door.
Yeah, that's
Just,
you can do.
just so you guys know, this
Do
is
they
a
have
big ass door.
Menards in the city?
It would have to be commissioned, but you could easily commission.
Because it's just a 30-foot gap, guys. So you know.
I mean, we have builders on deck.
Yeah, we do.
Better hope Menards has the right size.
The return policy's not good.
Yeah.
All right. So there's a little area for people to bring the carts around, so we can enter and everything. Not too bad. This is looking pretty nice.
Oh yeah. So, you all finish up your downtime activities, knowing you have to once again head to the city of Kalos, using a teleportation circle. You all teleport back to the city of Kalos. I'm assuming on the first day of the festival.
I assume so.
Oh, wait. When we're teleporting back, we bring the chariot.
Yeah.
Good to know. You bring the chariot along.
And I can transport it with Tensor's floating disc.
Yes. Teleporting into a building with a chariot doesn't go off very well. There are many sideways glances and confused looks as you generally teleport.
Well, it's a very good thing I don't care what the public thinks of me. Yet.
But seeing how you technically paid for the ability to teleport, they don't say anything. And you're allowed to head within the city. In the 2 days that you've left, the city is even more busy.
Damn.
Many of the individuals from far-off cities have finally made their way, and many seem to be heading in this early morning straight towards where the Colosseum lay, the Bloodfesting, the Giant's Pit. I'm assuming you all head that way as well?
Say it again. Kind of zoned out.
So, where are you heading now that you're back in the city of Kalos?
If it's the first day of the festival, then I guess we would be. We should reserve rooms first. I think we should go back to the hotel we were at, the tavern, the inn, because we're going to be here for a couple days, right? Because that's the festival is over the course of a few days. At least over like the course of a week, isn't it?
It is, over the course of a whole week.
Yeah, so then I think we should go ahead and just rebook our rooms, just to make sure we have a place to stay.
Yeah. Heading back to rebook your rooms. For the whole week, pay probably just a 6 gold pieces for the whole week.
Alright, 6 gold pieces.
For all of you.
I'll pay that up.
You are given rooms. The chariot most likely cannot stay at the tavern. You probably have to find a different place to house it.
All right, understandable.
So what's your next?
Were we able to find the place to store it, or we gotta find one?
You most likely have to find one.
Okay, then I
Can
guess
we
that's
start looking for that?
yeah, just to have that squared away.
Okay. Just make an investigation check.
Can I make that?
Yes, you can.
You better be the one making it.
Is anyone gonna help me?
I mean, I'll assist you.
Okay.
What are you doing?
Do I make that an
Sorry.
advantage? Investigation. And do I just is that a normal roll or is that an advantage?
Yeah, I can help if you don't already have it.
I don't naturally get advantage on investigation. Oh, guidance? You're guiding me?
Like I said,
I will
I'll
give you the help action.
You're guided.
Okay.
Very
At
powerful.
advantage. And then let me roll guidance, guys.
might as well see how big you can go.
Yeah.
34!
34. Finding your way through the city streets, you are actually able to find a small business somewhat close by to the tavern that seems to be called the Alpine Stables. And seeing the beauty of your carriage, they actually approach you. Not your carriage, your chariot. They approach you and offer to pay you to store your chariot in their stables, and also to potentially sponsor you for the race.
I'm sorry. That's
Hell
like,
yeah.
Amazing.
They'll pay you 10 gold to, sponsor you, and being able to say, that you're using the Alpine Stables.
We got our first sponsor, guys.
Yeah, we got a sponsorship. Now we have to say #spawn.
Now when
That's
we're
how
at the
you
race,
know
we're
you
like, yeah,
made
our
it.
chariot is in such good condition. Thanks to the people at Alpine Stables.
Stables.
Yup.
When you don't have to
Ding.
reach out to
34.
places and
God.
they reach out to you to sponsor you, that's when you know you've made it.
Yeah, literally.
And the crazy that we went to them looking to pay.
Yeah, no, you don't have to pay. You get 10 gold.
We walked out of the fucking tavern and started like walking, and we got 3 blocks down the street, and someone was like, "Hey, we want you to use our services, and we'll pay you to do it."
That's what a 34 gets you.
That's what 34 gets you.
That's only rolling a 16 too. Like if you had rolled like, a 19, oh my god,
Or a natural 20.
or a nat 20,
I would have gotten. If I got it at 20.
that would have been
would've
30.
already-
That would have been 38. That's
Yeah.
insane.
I can't believe I rolled max on guidance.
That's great. If you would have gotten a natural 20, you would have gotten you would have owned their business already. They would have said, "Hey, can we sell our business to you? You can store your chariot in here. Our business is yours."
You clearly know what you're doing.
You look at the condition.
Yeah, this is perfect.
The beautiful, striking, glorious vision of a godly chariot.
Literally.
Literally. So, with the chariot found its place, where do you wish to go now?
I guess now you go to the pit, right?
Well,
I guess. Correct me if I'm wrong. Don't let me just make decisions.
is the group fights yet? Obviously, we're not fighting people yet, but like animals.
Yeah. So today's the first day of the festival. So generally, it is smaller animal fights, typically within the pit. There are, some minor races. Just like the beginning of the event is starting. Lots of it tends to be on the outside, currently.
We could just spend like the day at like chilling at the festival.
Eat some nice food, see some stuff. I'm
Yeah,
down.
partake in some of the like side attractions that aren't like, competitive.
I'm down for that.
Like a trip to I don't think anyone else is gonna understand, but like a trip to Six Flags.
Ah, let's do
I
it.
think Six Flags is only in Texas.
I don't think it's only in Texas. Six Flags has other locations, doesn't it?
I don't know.
I'm pretty sure. I
Yeah,
remember
there's
seeing
lots of 'em.
commercials, Yeah,
Yeah, I'm pretty sure
commercials.
Six Flags has
There's
more
one like an hour and a half away from me.
Okay, there's some amusement park that I remember going up that was like only in Texas.
I'm not sure. But yes, we're going to the amusement park.
Was it Bucky's?
Buc-ee's is not an amusement park.
It is if you love it enough.
Oh, God.
That's funny.
Have you been to a Buc-ee's?
No.
I have. They're actually really
I just
amazing.
know that it is a thing in Texas, and it has a horrible mascot.
It's a horrible mascot, but like Buc-ee's used to have these like giant like fake wells of like fake gemstones that you could just stuff into a bag and go check out. And every single Buc-ee's I've ever been in, the bathrooms have been pristine.
Nice.
Good.
You know, that sounds like a 10 out of 10 experience. Get some shiny rocks and a banging bathroom.
For a gas station? Yeah.
Yeah.
I used to go on a lot of road trips.
So,
And, like,
Go on a road trip
Good.
where you're just going to see every gas station along the way.
Just,
every
just gas stations.
in high school, I used to be part of a club where we would like travel for competitions, and like every time, if it was possible, we would stop by a Buc-ee's.
Iconic.
Nice, nice, nice.
Sometimes we would go out of our way to get to the Buc-ee's.
so
Our teacher loved Buc-ee's.
you all begin heading northward. Spending a gold piece to rent a carriage, you can spend most of the day up at the festival. Upon getting even, a decent distance, even about an hour away, you can already begin to see the commotion build. As you see, vendors have lined the streets. It seems that people selling minor trinkets around the space make a lot of money. And you immediately get the smells of different foods, different, just a whole range of different aromas, from meats to sweet attractions, like contraptions, and whole sorts of different, party, kind of like street vendor foods. Getting closer, where you're eventually let off as carts are banned from getting too close to the arena itself, you immediately note a air of excitement, and you begin to hear strange sounds, like strange, almost small explosions, and you begin to see lights in the sky above the Colosseum. As fireworks begin to slightly go off, and you hear the oohs and ahs of many patrons walking about, just pointing out the fireworks and being astonished by their beauty and majesty. Getting within range, there are many open-air theaters that you can see, these large steepled amphitheaters that seem to be housing many different plays and minor musicals and all sorts of dramas for any individuals to go and see. You do see raised stages where people are playing different songs, and as you get to one section of the event, you hear a certain melody that is soon draws away, but then another melody takes place. Almost every little section seems to be accompanied by some sort of music, some sort of sound. There was so much happening. Yeah. You see large tents that seem to house probably whole circuses within their reigns. Um, there are small rides, so to say. You can see smaller kids and individuals are being given like pony rides and stuff like that. You see whole sections of this place are dedicated to just animal entertainment, where you would have essentially showdowns, where individuals are set against bulls and all sorts of different animals within small arenas where they're not meant to kill but to just entertain and dodge. And there's so much. Belric and Faradir is probably the first to notice, but you begin to hear a loud voice coming across one of these large stages. You see a crowd of approximately maybe 200 or so people has currently surrounded a small stage, and you can see a certain individual is currently standing talking. Immediately, the two of you hear, Graylin, the Watcher, has not left us. He is here, watching over us all, protecting our plane, but he needs your help. And eventually getting closer, Gamesh, you also begin to hear, and you look over, and you see Vitalius.
I probably got like a turkey leg in my mouth right now already.
Oh yeah, I bet. Just mark off just a general silver piece for the turkey leg. But you see, as you're eating it, you just see Vitalius on a stage, surrounded by hundreds of individuals. He looks different. You can see the elements where his face had been kind of scarred, as his statued form lost an arm, and also had his face essentially gouged, where the stone fell away, has been replaced and healed somewhat. There's still a socket where the eye doesn't seem as normal as it would be. But you do see a shining, glowing orb on that side of the face where the eye would be. It seems he has some radiant light pouring out of his face now, for his eye. And also the arm where he lost. You can see a metallic prosthetic is currently attached. Wearing the full plate mail with this beautiful regalia of Graylin's symbol, he speaks out. Graylin protects all of us. Our plane. He keeps the doors shut for only us. I'm sure you've all heard of the terrors that have befallen the city of Hollow and the city of Nightguard. Strange aberrations, slads, as I've heard people calling them. Beings from other worlds who should not be here. Graylin is the guardian of the planar gates. He is the one you should all look to protect yourselves and your kingdom and your people. Not much needs to be done. A few thoughts, a few prayers at night towards Graylin can help turn the tide and safeguard our realm. If some of you wish to, there are other things you can do. Becoming a paladin, a ranger, a guardian of this plane can be a great honor. And Graylin would gladly take you into his fold. I hope you all take some solace in knowing that Graylin is out there. Watcher over the plains, protecting us all. And I hope me talking to you can help you see a few words, a few thoughts, and a few prayers can change the difference. May the Watcher guide all of you. Thank you. And he bows. You see many individuals, maybe about 12 or so, come up to the stage to talk to him after the speech, as he kind of steps down and begins chatting with a lot of the individuals, but a lot of them clap. He seems to draw a good crowd, and seems to be, busy, speaking the good word of Graylin.
Wonder how he got here. I'll walk up to him after he's done.
The crowd mostly parts. You see a lot of individuals have come up to him, but even his passive perception, he kind of looks over. One moment, thank you so much. And he kind of moves through a couple of people, gunning off the stage, and kind of walks over to you. Gamesh, it's been a bit.
Yeah. Looking better.
It took some time, but I got some work done, yes.
Good. So I see I have some stuff for you.
Yes, you do.
I pull out the embroidered woolen tapestry.
Okay.
It has the older symbol of Graylin on it. And the silvered longsword and silvered shield.
I figured you might be able to make better use of this stuff than I would.
He the first thing he takes is the tapestry, and he kind of looks it over. Thank you, so much. You've done more for me than anyone. He slings it over his shoulder ever so slightly, takes one hand on the silver sword and the silvered shield, pulls them close, does a nice spin with the sword. I love it.
Yeah, good. Figured you might be able to make good use of it.
I shall. Currently, I've been speaking to the masses of the city of Kalos. This event has brought a lot of people here, and I feel I'm doing some good. I've already have a couple individuals seem interested in becoming paladins themselves or rangers. But Graylin is being spoken about once again, and it's all thanks to you.
No, I can't take too much credit for that one.
I would still be a stone man if it weren't for you. So I do truly thank you.
No problem.
Where are you
So
all?
you staying for the festival?
Yes, I am speaking to as many people as I can, but are you partaking in the festival? Are you fighting in the arena?
Well, I'm just fighting, but we are going to participate in the chariot races.
Wonderful. What days will you be fighting?
We're going to be fighting the last 2 days, and I know it's going to be over the last 2 days. That's when the
Yeah. So Friday and
teams.
Saturday is the team fights, and then the chariot is, I believe, the day before.
Yeah. The Friday and the Saturday. Last 2 days.
Well, I'll be sure to come in and see it happen.
All right.
Where are you all staying?
We are staying at the. I always forget the names of these places.
There's a lot of names.
Yeah. The this is the Rapid Ants Inn. Is that the one we're staying at? I think that's what it is. Yeah, I think it's the Rapid Ants Inn.
Okay.
I think that's the
There's a
one.
couple of them. I think the last place you guys technically stayed was that the Grateful Lily.
Oh man.
I think
Jeez,
the Grateful Lily was the last place you stayed. The Rapid Ants Inn would be closer to the arena itself. So it can be the Rapid Ants if you want.
All right, let's be the Rapid Ants. Make it simple.
Easy enough. Good to know. I may try and visit you at some point. maybe we can get a drink, talk some more.
Of course.
I must continue talking with some of these individuals. Perhaps more paladins are on the way. Ravenswood can be spread even more. It's been good seeing you.
Good seeing you too.
He gives you a nod, shakes your hand wholeheartedly as he's very grateful for the weapons. And you do note that he does seem to have some gear. It seems fairly plain. Whereas it's like his armor is really the only thing that his armor and helmet are really the only things that he had that were a part of his original design.
Right.
He didn't really have any good weapons, so he's very grateful.
Okay. Bada boom.
Yeah. Shakes your hand, nods to the rest of you, and heads back off. And you see the crowd that he had gathered grows ever so slightly, about 15 people, and he goes over and begins just talking to them. Moving on from there, there are many different minor events happening. Is there anything that you would want to do or see? Any of the plays? Would you want to go to the arena or the racetrack?
I would go to the arena.
Okay. Everyone else?
Can I watch? You said there were plays.
Yeah.
Can I go watch one of the plays?
Oh yeah, definitely. Okay, so we have one for the arena, one for the plays.
I'm gonna go to the arena.
Check out the competition.
Yeah, I think I'll go to everyone too.
Exactly.
Okay.
I want to see what we're gonna be up against.
Senti.
Not that my strategy will change at all, but
Yeah, right.
it's
We tend
not
to
like
just-
I have a whole lot of options, you know.
We don't. Our group doesn't strategize.
My strategy is punch it in the face.
Literally, our strategy is hit it until it dies.
Nothing. I can't say that. We've used better. We've used strategies to some degree. It always reverts to hit it until it dies.
We try to strategize, and then our plans fall apart because of something we had no idea about.
I wonder if it would be frowned upon if I sent somebody to the elemental plane of fire.
Oh, most definitely.
It is like, yeah, I'm not dealing with you. Where'd he
We
go?
just permanently banish people.
You were told to make it fun.
I know.
Don't
I know.
play with your targets.
That's not playing with. That's a death sentence, really.
100%, yes.
That's a death sentence.
Yeah, that's a no-no.
Yeah,
I just cast Phantasmal Force and have someone live out a horrible nightmare for an hour.
I mean, that could be kind of entertaining, just watching someone just
scream.
just screaming in terror to nothing. It's just like, what's going on? So Senti, do you go to the arena or do you follow Seer?
Or do you go to watch the chariot races?
Yeah, you could easily go to the chariot races, or you could go to see the animals.
Options, options, options.
The most animals is probably like the petting zoo. And animals, got it.
Animals, here we go.
Yeah, so we'll actually start with Senti. Senti, you make your way as the party kind of splits away, many of them going towards the arena. Seer heading off to look at many of the different plays being shown. You head off towards the animals. Immediately you see a whole section filled with ponies being ridden by small children. You see a large petting zoo with many varieties of animals, some of which you've probably never seen before, that are fairly foreign to your homeland. Strange, long-necked, furry beasts with these weird kind of squat faces that are called alpacas and llamas.
Alpacas.
Um,
Alpacas.
they look very
No, where's
fuzzy
the
and
T-Rex?
nice. No T-Rexes, sadly. But you do see, looks to be probably local rangers, beastmasters of some sort, are doing small shows where you see, some of them have like bears or like full-on wolves, and they take the wild animal that people are afraid of and just like take it through the crowd, and you see kids petting them, and yeah, lots of stuff is happening. Is there anything you would like to do? Any specific animals you would like to see? The ones you've never seen before. Okay. Okay. So, Senti beginning her research project begins to make their way looking at all the different sorts of animals. There are a lot of strange ones that you personally would have never seen before from where you came from. Large, you would probably see like sloths, llamas, and alpacas, of course. A lot of strange animals, kind of like that. A few large lizards. Many tortoises, surprisingly, seem to be found throughout the area. Generally, lizard or mouse. I would say, yeah, you probably do see like a giant lizard. These massive, just like strange lizard creatures that are like in these shaded pens. Yeah, they would most certainly have giant lizards. Make an investigation check as you search this place for strange animals. Yeah, you can guide yourself. Five. Yeah, that one. It's not the best. Do you want to use luck? No. I mean, you're not really partaking in the festival for this day, I don't believe.
Nope.
You're just kind of watching. You're enjoying your first day. Luck it is.
She must learn about the animals.
Mm-hmm.
Better.
Yeah, you still have guidance.
Slice is good, actually.
Okay. It is enough. You asking about strange animals, and looking out for them and listening out for them. You do come across a large grouping of people, and you see one of these large tents seems to have attracted a large crowd. Walking in, you do have to pay to go in. It is a single gold piece. Okay. Walking into the structure, you see a large tent with these wrapped around seats. In the middle, you see they've this is almost its own amphitheater where they just built the tent around, and you see they have built like haphazard barricades around the actual seats that are natural within the amphitheater, creating essentially like a solid pit that is not pre-dug out sections of the city, essentially using some of the city's own infrastructure to create a pit. And you see a large section that has been kind of walled off where there seems to be hidden cages and the like. It seems to be a fantastical show. Eventually, a charismatic individual walks out. A most likely older human, graying hair, kind of longer, very, it's slightly brownish, but most of it has turned into gray. But they seem to fill themselves, even being older, with an air of being young and trying to impress. As you hear him say, "Come one, come all! Come see the great show! We have so many good beasts for you today!" And you are shown a menagerie of animals. Most of which you've seen. They tend to be many larger beasts. From dire wolves to a single giant bear. And some other, different, more dangerous beasts. But at the very end of the show. And now, for our grand finale, this beast took me forever to track down and even longer to capture and bring for all of you today. This beast is a hungry ancient giant. From ages past, found on remote isles. I bring you the Allosaurus. And the cage opens as the older man kind of steps into a side section, and you see brought out a large dinosauric beast with large razor-sharp teeth, almost like a horned section going up its middle nostril, going around its eyes. It is a great and terrifying colossal mammoth. And it takes a few steps, and you see another cage is opened, and something is almost scared out into the arena, and you see what seems to be two, not small, but like medium-sized bulls, males with these long horns that seem to be made to not be too large as to hurt the beast too much, but definite prey. And immediately see the Allosaurus, this large beast, which I'll post you a picture of the Allosaurus. Immediately there's this large roar and charges towards the bulls. You see one immediately takes off and goes running the other direction. The other one charges forward trying to gore the creature. Let's see. You actually see it gets a good hit on the Allosaurus right into the leg. But the Allosaurus goes to bite down on it. And you see it just bites right into the very neck piece. And you just the entire arena just hears a loud crunching sound. And then the Allosaurus lets go as the large bull slams to the ground and turns its head. Roars again and charges again. As you see it moves about 30 feet, it pounces, straight jumps, landing on the creature. As it does so, you see it just knocks it down to the ground prone and just takes a big, hefty bite into its belly and just tears it to pieces. You see it feasts for a few moments until it is eventually dazed by some magical effect and brought back into its cage. But you see the crowd goes wild as they, for the first time, see their first dinosaur, as well as you. Yup. And they move 60 feet. They're pretty fast.
I'm sorry, we just pull up with a mechanical dinosaur.
Yeah, it is a CRT.
But if we could. It's already insane that of that one thing you suggested. I forget what it's called, but the frog-eyed panther with tusks.
Oh, the Moorbounder.
More yeah.
Yeah, the moorbounder.
Oh, I thought you could be a CR2.
Let Senti become a T-Rex.
They might be able to. I'm trying to remember the,
I've
Not
had.
until way
I've-
later, I think.
wild shape.
Oh, nah. It's Max CR1.
We don't want you polymorphing into an Allosaurus. That will make things get really bad really fast.
You could polymorph into a T-Rex.
That would also get Bea really deep. Do you know what a T-Rex's
Yeah,
intelligence
probably
is?
more. Yeah. Oh yeah, yeah. The intelligence goes straight down the
No,
cake.
that's a fair point. I mean, what's Senti's intelligence now?
Yeah, hers is
Like-
pretty high. Because she has a pretty decent investigation.
Yeah, Tyrannosaurus Rex.
Oh, that's like a CR9.
CR8.
8, okay.
Okay, yeah, so 16 to like 3 would be a significant
Intelligence is
decrease
2.
in intelligence. 2? Oh my god! Yeah, from a 16 to a 2 might be a bit of a leap.
Yeah.
Senti, we have no guarantee Senti would not attack us.
Or everyone.
I mean, I think it's intelligent enough to not attack these
No,
people.
it's not. Also, I just
What's
spilled
its
something, so I'll be right
wisdom?
back.
Is its wisdom also terrible? Holy
I
shit.
would, I would assume it's not the greatest.
Yeah.
It's a 12! That's actually not bad.
I think that's kind of going by smell than anything else.
I mean, T-Rexes are fairly good at doing what they do. They know how to strategize killing
wouldn't-
things.
They're hunters.
Ah.
They know.
I wouldn't call it
Yeah.
strategy, but
They're
they have
smart
a,
enough to be hunters.
Yeah, I
Back.
mean,
I spilled soda on my desk.
I mean,
Oh, no.
are they hunters?
Well, I spilled it on my mouse pad specifically, and it seems to be largely water repellent, so I think it's fine.
That's good.
But more bounders still probably the best bet for now. Just to make it simple.
Oh, yeah.
We really don't want to run the risk of Senti killing us.
Yeah.
I don't know about you, but I don't want to
Or,
fight Senti
honestly,
T-Rex.
Honestly, it's not even her trying to kill us. It's a matter of if she. Honestly, I think we'd be able to stop her. I just don't want her to get us disqualified by killing everyone else.
You don't want to get banned from Kalos. We just got here.
Yeah, you know what I'm
Yeah, I don't think the T-Rex would be able to exhibit enough self-restraint to do non-fatal damage.
saying?
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure murder is a little against the rules.
Just
A
to
lot
see-
against the rules. That's like one of the three. It's like one of the 2 rules we were told. Don't kill people. Be entertaining.
Yep.
There were more rules.
No magic. Well, no magic that directly would affect
Okay, whatever. Still,
outcomes.
So,
My rune magic is allowed though, right?
Yeah, in combat, I'm pretty sure.
oh, yeah.
In combat, it's fine. It's during the races that magic is not.
Oh, okay.
Okay. I mean, that would be entertaining.
Summon Draconic Spirit.
um, um, Next up, Seer, you had to see the shows.
Yes.
There are many of them currently going and playing at the moment. A few of them are there's a drama called Drama of the Yellow Sign. Well, yeah, Drama of the Yellow Sign. There is a Yellow Brick Road, which is more of a comedy. There's Legends of the Champions. It's a historical play, a reenactment of sorts. Story of Southern seems to be slightly a propaganda play put on by the state of the history of the kingdom. Also, there's one called The Great Fall, another historical play that seems to be about the Empire of Dawn.
Can I see the historical play about what was it, Kalos?
Kalos, okay. The Story of Southern.
No, not the story. Sorry, the first one. The first one.
Drama of the Yellow Sign?
The first historical one you mentioned. It wasn't the political one.
Oh, Legends of the Champions.
Yes. Sorry.
Okay. That one actually seems to be about the Grimonian Kingdom.
Oh, well, never mind.
You sure you don't want to go?
I'll see the drama then.
Drama of the Yellow Sign?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm not interested in the Grimolian Kingdom right now.
Okay. Heading off to Drama of the Yellow Sign, you see this one actually has the largest crowd. It is filled with many individuals, and you're lucky to get a decent seat. It starts off with what seems to be almost the entirety of the cast coming onto the stage of the amphitheater. You immediately see one individual, a fairly tall Goliath. He seems to be wearing right now these very royal, regal black clothes with like a half cape with a navy, like dark blue kind of design into it. You see at his waist a excellent looking, fantastic rapier. Hello, everyone. I'm sure you all know I am Osiris Stormbane. Me and our troop here are going to be playing for you Drama of the Yellow Sign as a memorial piece to Destios Maneric, who was tragically killed just a few weeks ago. All proceeds will be going towards him and his family, and we hope you all enjoy. Thank you. A large group of the crowd clap as they seem excited for the play.
Can you show me how to spell those names?
Yeah. Destios Magneric is this.
Okay, and he's the one who got killed just a few weeks ago.
Yeah. This one is Osiris Stormbane.
Okay. Osiris Stormbane is putting on a show in memorial of this guy who got killed a few weeks ago.
Yeah. I'm gonna say, just with your passive perception, you begin to overhear, people talking. A lot of people seem excited about this, mainly because of who is playing the lead. You learn that Osiris Stormbane is a member of the most powerful family in the city. The Stormbanes are ancestrally the leaders of the city. In fact, the current supreme commander who controls the military of the city is a Stormbane. And thus, this individual has a very active political family. The fact that they're a playwright is kind of interesting. playwright and an actor.
Interesting.
The drama of the Yellow Sign is a strange, esoteric piece that seems to revolve around madness and a strange yellow city called Carcosa. It pulls in a lot of strange elements that seem alien and foreign. It tells this intricate, combative story of individuals plagued with madness, but also great power. It is a strange and very interesting tale. Make a wisdom saving throw.
Oh God. 18?
Okay. You enjoy the play. What's your passive perception again?
14.
Okay. As the play goes on, you begin to notice something strange. A lot of the people in the crowd tend to close their eyes at weird moments. And it's strange. And you get the sense that this play, telling this strange story, is... there's something about it. There's certain points, specifically, during the drama, where you see a strange symbol is flashed. And at that moment, usually, certain people seem to like close their eyes and start looking towards the ground, and eyes fluttering with a recognition of something. And it seems to slowly spread throughout the crowd during the course of the play. You seem unaffected. Eventually, the drama ends. A loud, roaring applause is given towards the actors as they bow and make their way off.
This symbol that I saw, what does it look like?
It looks strangely like... I have to fetch it one moment. Like that.
Okay, would it be possible for me to, like, be able to memorize it to where I could recreate it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Make another wisdom save as you take this to memory.
Another 18!
Okay. Easy enough. Now you commit the symbol to memory. As the actors exit off the stage, the play seeming to have come to an end, you see people walk down the aisles holding baskets for donations towards the troupe. And lots of people do seem to give hefty donations, as people seem to really enjoy this play. It was very good to them.
What is the average amount given to the troop?
Most people just seem to be giving, like, a lot of people around where you're currently sitting seem to be giving, like, small bits, either copper or silver pieces. Usually, like, one or two, depending on, their lot in life. You do see other individuals more near the front who stand and donate larger amounts.
How much do they donate? Can I tell? Like, if I walk over, can I
Make-
I guess, like,
Make a
is there a
perception
way
check.
for me to tell? Okay. It's a 14.
It's enough to notice. Some people seem to just, like, put in a couple gold coins. You see some familiar faces who sold you something or traded something to you recently. Donate 100 gold, dropping in whole bags. And it's not just them. You see a couple others seem very intrigued with the play as they drop money in. And I should mention, you do recognize Osiris. As you saw him, yeah, you saw him when you were doing the trade for your new item.
Yeah.
As you also see currently just hanging out in the crowd, the twins. And they were the ones who donated a hefty amount. Do you donate at all?
Can I donate like 25 gold?
Okay.
Not a lot, but
Easy enough. You walk over to the attendant, place the gold within the basket. The attendant looks at you. Thank you so much.
I enjoyed the play.
and I'll leave. I don't want to do anything because my friends aren't here.
Okay. Do you go and see any other plays, or?
I want to find. When do the other plays start? Like, do I have time in between the plays?
You can probably catch one more play.
Okay. And what are the plays I haven't seen?
Let me.
Sorry, I have a horrible memory.
You're good. You're good. Let me just copy some of these over to the chat. Yeah.
Can I watch the Great Fall?
Definitely. So, as you make your way out of that play, you begin to head to another one as we shift over towards the Bloodfesting, the arena. Making your way towards the large arched columns, the remainder of the group, Gamesh, Faradir, Belric. You find yourselves heading to where originally you had seen those tents for the sign-ups a few days prior have been taken down, and now you see many, many Goliath guards. Next to them, ushers of all shapes and sizes, taking in the amount needed to enter into the festival as it begins to fill. Many, many people are arriving constantly throughout the many arches. Approaching One of the attendants looks towards all of you. Hello. It'll be a gold piece each for entrance.
I will pay mine.
Okay.
Yep. I'll hand over gold.
Thank you so much. Please enjoy the arena. As they greet a next few guests who come up to them to pay, you walk into the massive arched halls. The ceiling itself stands good 40 feet above all of you. These massive curved arches. The space itself is immense and wide, and each arch seems to be entry points that allow so many people to enter into this space. Darkness takes you for a decent amount of time as the light finds difficulty penetrating the recesses of massive stone bricks. The size of them larger than many entire houses, especially your manor house. Carved from the very stones of the mountains that probably once surrounded this city. Soon, light fills your gaze once again as you see a colossal coliseum. You would guess, just from the very size of it, that were it to just fill with people, with no regard for room or safety, millions could be standing within this place. However, with seats made for comfort, probably 1.5 million people can reside within this space. Large, arching tapestries seem to line the entirety of the dome structure, creating a funneled sunlight view of the central arena, but keeping shade for all the denizens within. You see whole sections of wall have been almost excavated out, where you see vendors selling all sorts of foods. The smell of different meats, of different snacks, strange popcorns and cheeses fill your nostrils. And the arena below that you can see is impressive. In its current form, you see seems like a recessed stone space that forms a central platform. It is recessed enough so it is flat with the ground, but there is evidence that shows that potentially the central bit can be risen up and form a stage or a platform risen above. Edges of the walls are filled with what looks to be small moats of running water, small ponds of sorts, spread throughout different places. But in the dead center of this arena is a massive blue orb. Faint giant runes can be seen scrawled across its edges, and some which seem to shift and spin around it. You guess this is the central object you were told about that must be touched in order for the games to begin. You see the entirety of this central section, this pit, if you would, is ringed by large personal boxes. You see, not all of them seem to be filled, but you can do see individuals, what seem to be noble peoples, filling up many of the spaces. Whole families seem to gather within these personal boxes. In fact, some of them seem to be able to house 100, 200 people at most, and many of them seem to be slowly filling. There's many seats within the arena that you can choose from. Do you want to sit close, or do you want to kind of sit higher up? Ballard? Faraday?
I think I probably want to sit closer.
Yeah, closer.
Okay. can I just one of you make an investigation check?
I can do it. That sounds about right.
You are able to find average seats. You try to get as close as you can, but a lot of people seem to have already packed the front of the house. But your seats aren't terrible. And you're able to sit down as you see the festival seems to, the arena fights seem to begin rearing up and about to take place. You wait only maybe 20 minutes or so until you see a tall, towering Goliath begins to step into the arena itself. Let's see. You see a tall Goliath with a fanciful outfit that seems to have a mix of these dark greens throughout it. And almost like this grayish color as well. It's an intricate, fanciful design. But the individual walks out into the arena holding their head high with an air of authority and grace. As they step forward, you see they hold their hands out and you see the crowd begins to slowly silent, but not quite fast enough. And soon the individual speaks out and the voice rings throughout the entirety of the arena, almost being magically amplified. You all hear, "Hello! Welcome to the Ordering Festival and the games within the Bloodfesting." The crowd goes wild. Today, as we celebrate this fantastic day, we must pay homage to our great gladiators and fighters, many of which you will see today, all willing to fight in your honor, the common people. The crowd again goes wild. But it is not only you all who they fight for. Additionally, they fight for the great houses that have protected this city for 1,000 years, and hopefully 1,000 more. Ladies and gentlemen, may I introduce to you House Hillborn, as he points over towards one of the large boxes. You see two individuals stand up. A female Goliath, wearing, not surprisingly, very familiar clothes, as this individual seems to be most likely a family member of the announcer. You see a female Goliath and a younger man Goliath, probably like a teenager years, whereas the female seems to be maybe in her like mid-20s. Both raise their hands and wave as they seem to be the heads of the House Hillborn. Many people seem to clap for them. Not too many. It seems like they're probably not the most popular house. Then, our fantastic friends, House Stonejaw. This one is even more mixed. There are some claps, but you hear a lot of boos. And you hear shouts of, specifically Faraday and Beller, with high passive perceptions. You hear many people shouting, "Murderer!" Out towards the family, as you see three individuals, three female Goliaths, wearing these dark gray clothes that seem to just be very slightly mute, with black like secondary designs into them. You see they all are waving their hands with big smiles, but the crowd doesn't seem to like them as much. Then, may I introduce to you all the person behind many of the arms and armors within our fair city, Rajmund Moltencore. He points to a tall Goliath with red and black cloak and nobleman's attire. Impressively tall, who seems to also be wearing what looks to be half plate over a lot of their nobleman's outfit. You see a beautiful red and black shield with these glowing arcane runes in it. And you see he raises a giant two-handed maul with one hand as the crowd roars for him. Then, some of our favorite knowledge seekers, the Ice Blades. Two individuals rise up. These ones seem to be wearing mainly white colors with edges of black that seem to pull them into the limelight, make them seem larger than they even are. And you see a female and male. Also, you see 3 Goliaths, 2 of which are male, and then also one of which is a female. But that looks fairly similar to the oldest male, as they both raise their hands. The youngest one, probably again a teenager Goliath, waves out. Then, while they could not visit us here today, we must also say thanks to our favorite fans of the Cloud Crowns. The crowd roars again. And finally, our supreme commander, House Stormbane. As you see, 3 individuals rise, one of which is familiar, who seems to have allowed you to enter into this festival, being the one you talked to. Another seems to be a well-adorned plate mail wielding female Goliath, wearing these dark black cloaks with a shock of dark navy blues. The most intimidating one, however, is a very much so taller Goliath than most others. This Goliath is probably 9 feet tall, wearing full plate mail. You see shining, glimmering adamantine plate with these arcane runes adorned into it. This individual gives off a supreme air of authority throughout the arena, as they just stand imposingly, looking down towards the individual, and the crowd goes wild. They seem to very much like this family.
Are they giant runes?
They seem fairly similar.
Hmm.
And with that, we must give thanks to our fellow counselors spread out throughout the arena here tonight. But now we must see our contestants, our challengers, and our heroes. He steps back, and soon the fighting begins. The first day of the arena seems to be more centered on giving grandiose heroes a showcase. You see very powerful looking, tall, towering Goliaths of different statures. Some other individuals enter the fray, but most are claimed to be singular, famous gladiators, heroes. They have these intricate backstories and are woven to be these immense fighters. Not too impressive to most of you, but still, these look like powerful individuals in and of themselves. Many of which eventually go on to fight each other throughout the next few hours. Of the main ones, would any of you wish to bet at all?
Not this time.
Not this time?
No.
Beller?
No, I'm good.
Okay. So, merely watching. Let's see. Make perception checks, the 3 of you. To see who is the most dangerous of all these contestants.
Perception.
Belric and Gamesh, for the most part, a lot of the contestants seem intimidating, but you two are more drawn into the theatrics and the impressive displays put forth, not really paying attention to their tactics, and generally not keeping an eye out on potential opponents that you could face. But you two thoroughly, watch impressive fights. Some between Goliaths. Every so often, there'll be two Goliaths in a fray, and then suddenly a door opens and you see a lion or a tiger jump out, and the fight shifts and changes. It's very entertaining. Faradir, a few of the contestants shown kind of take your interest as probably fairly decent fighters in and of themselves, and seem to be probably potential threats. One you see is a tall half-elf individual with a very short black hair, on the sides at least, somewhat longer on top that kind of goes down. They wield a large spear and a very round Greek-style shield. They very much resemble, in real life, what would be a Greek hoplite. But watching their fight, there are moments. The figure hides a lot of, like the intricacies of their fighting styles. But you do note that the individual seemingly is capable of martial combat. Very much so, in fact. But also is clearly a caster of some sort. And as they stab with their spear, a spectral spear as well, similar to that of a spiritual weapon, is summoned to help them fight in their combats. But you also do note that every so often, when they are hit, shocks of lightning seem to arc off of them and strike their foe, which catches you as very interesting, and something that you keep an eye on, as it's something you've probably seen before. And that individual is named Ridis Nikvin.
Can you spell that in chat?
Yes.
Taking notes, guys.
Yeah. And the other individual that kind of takes your vision as a very interesting figure is a very tall furbolg, about 8'1", with dark brown fur, and these icy blue specks of eyes. You see, they seem to wield on them a very intricate studded leather armor with this very hefty cloak that kind of hides a lot of their movements underneath as they kind of step out into the field. This one is called Billaro, as he is titled. That fight, most off, is very interesting, as immediately upon starting, his foe seems to be a hefty battlemaster Goliath, with this tall tower shield and great longsword. And the two of them have this intimidating fight. And something you would notice is very, very clearly certain moves that this individual gives off. As the fight begins, you see the bugbear immediately almost like whips his arms outward in a strange motion, and suddenly two whips seem to slash in the face of the tall Goliath. As you see, not just whips, but this this furbolg seems to just carry chains wrapped around his arms that immediately whip out towards his enemy. Immediately, you see, with an expert strike, this individual seems um, very dangerous entity. Over the course of the fight, a lot of their moves, and you do note that certain sections of them seem to glow at points, as certain abilities are used. As at one point, you see the chains wrap around the enemy's legs, and you see fire burn down the length of the chains. As you can see, some rune seems to light up on the chains themselves. As this is clearly a rune knight. And judging just from that and their range ability that they have as these chains with their extra arms, this individual is very mobile and very dangerous. And that's the other figure that you kind of keep an eye
Worst
on.
enemy.
A fellow,
Someone with range.
yeah, a rune knight with range. But the fights go well and are entertaining, and you have some information on potential combatants with that. Yeah, but you spend the remainder of the day watching the fights, hardly enjoying them. Yeah, you're able to get good food and essentially, you know, watch people beat the shit out of each other.
Nice.
And
Okay.
with that, we cut back to Seer, as Seer heads towards another of these plays. This one, The Great Fall, seems to be a telling historical piece. It seems to revolve around a small set of characters. Names you've heard before throughout history. Famous for some of their misdeeds. One of which is an individual known as Karsus, Midas, and a few others. Seem to take a main part of the story itself. Let me see if I can find this. Generally, throughout the play, it seems to take place at the very start of when the issues began to arise. History seems to go over an event where one of the fleets of the Empire of Dawn is battling a small nation state, the Neriverine people. This fleet, the Tempest fleet particularly, is seemingly the main war fleet of the Empire of Dawn. Over the course of the conflict, as they are in the very cusps of taking the capital of the Neriverine people, war is unfurled within the main central homeland of Karsus, as the ancient deity, Bane, god of tyranny, is suspected to have risen from his blackened pits, and his armies begin to charge across the Empire's lands on the surface. As the war is declared, the other fleet, the Tempest fleet, immediately begins to forsake their gains within the Neriverine kingdom and immediately head to assist Karsus. Many battles are described, massive events that reshaped the land. There are stories of these, central, very evil deities that begin to have full-on combat with either champions of or full-on gods of the other side, as it is not just a war for this kingdom, for the Empire of Dawn, but also for what is to be done when evil walks on the world. It's a very interesting tale. You learn of what presumably would be some very major historical events. The Banished Peaks are one such thing. During one of the major combats, one of the prime good deities, a specific deity of war on the good side, challenges Bane to a one-on-one fight, and together, in the throes of this horrid combat, the entire mountain range of the Banished Peaks is risen as both of their strikes hit each other and slam into the earth, raising whole sections of mountain out of nothing. Another bit that you unveil is a individual. It would seem to be a angel of war that was so corrupted during the fighting that they turned into a primal entity that only wished to fight. This angel, Kara, is known for the destruction and ruin of Valdaheen, one of the ruins still shown today on maps within the Empire's old territory. It said the angel itself had to be torn down by fellow angels and cast away. But in the end, where victory was finally within grasp, you learn of a trick of sorts, as many of the evil deities began to flee. As they retreated, they went towards a specific side of the continent as they charged across the land. Karsus, at this point, is so maddened and so fearful, and has been told of some plot to disrupt the goddess of magic and kill her, thus destroying the Empire of Dawn's even ability to survive. Karsus himself is supposed, in the story, takes it upon himself, and soon, using all of his power and knowledge, casts a single spell and somehow destroys his entire empire in the split moment. All the cities fall as magic just fails in a singular moment. As some say, he himself killed the goddess of magic. With that, the tale seems to find its ending point as a just very sad drama of the story of what happened and how the world, even today, is really not the same. But historically, it has some good knowledge there. The Banished Peaks are something that was founded during the conflict. You learn a little bit about the destruction of Kara, and the ruins of Valdaheen, and the events that protect there. And you also learn of Retreat, the place where the gods fled as they ran across the ocean itself towards the continent of Ascension, where they all ascended and have not been seen on the mortal plane since. Eventually, the play ends. The crowd all claps as they seem to have greatly enjoyed the event. Donations are accepted as you see attendants walking down the space, handing out small bits of donation here and there, wherever they can. Yeah. Do you donate to this one as well?
Yeah, I'll donate 10 GP.
Okay. You place 10 gold pieces in, and you see an attendant. Thank you so much. as they walk down the line, addressing many of the different individuals. And as you go to turn and leave the establishment, you see two individuals are currently looking at you.
Do I recognize them?
Yes, you did a trade with them fairly recently.
Okay, cool. Glad are they like, do they make eye contact with me?
Yes, as you hear, "Hello there. It's a pleasure to see you once again."
Yes. Hi.
We saw you at the last play. How did you like the Tale of the Yellow Sign? It's one of my favorites.
I thoroughly enjoyed it. It was very entertaining.
We're glad to hear that. We noticed you donated a fair amount.
Oh, yes. Well, I enjoyed it and I could afford to, so I figured why not.
Good. They kind of look towards each other for a moment, not really saying anything. In the immediate moment. Have you been to the Lake of Harlow?
No, I don't believe I have.
Good to know.
Should I look into going, or?
If you wished to.
Well, if I'm quite honest, I don't think I know quite what it is.
My mistake. I should have said not Lake of Harlow, Lake of Harley.
Harley.
Harley. Harley. Well, if you find yourself bathing in the Lake of Harley, let us know. It's been a pleasure to see you again.
I definitely will.
They nod their head and both shift at the same moment and turn around and just begin to walk away.
Okay. So they're interested in things from the Lake of Harley?
Yeah, they just said, have you been to the Lake of Harley?
Yeah, okay. Weird. Now I gotta figure out what that is.
Yeah. And as that situation comes to pass, confused, you begin yourself to leave the amphitheater. Walking away, your mind tends to drift back towards the first play that you saw.
Mm-hmm.
A confusing situation. And an interesting first day of the festival. And as the first day of the festival, ends there and then, I'm gonna end the session there tonight.
Nice. I did not expect the plays to unlock this strange mystery.
Yeah, it's pretty strange.
I gotta tell everyone else that there's something up with Osiris.
Yeah.
The aristocracy is into some weird shit right now.
Yep.
It could be cool. I don't even know what the Lake of Harley is. It's not on the map.
Make. I don't know if I want to save this or not. Yeah, I don't think you would ever even know. Yeah, there would be no check for this.
library, man. I can't participate in the festival anymore.
There's a library in town.
Yeah. Next session.
Yeah, might as well. But yeah, thank you all for partaking in a a little bit of a weird recession.
Thank you.
Hope you enjoyed the first day of the event.
Yeah, I can't wait for the other events to happen.
Yeah, right?
There's a lot. Yeah. Well, thank you all, and I'll see you all next Monday.